herbal products. I'm telling you, they are the makers of Mentally Restorer. It's a pain reliever that takes away all kinds of pain just by rubbing the ointment in the affected area. They have amazing products too, herbal products. They have all kinds of products for infections in the body. To purchase, you just need to DM at Wellness Africa or call 0817 945 7805. I'm going to take that one more time so that you can get the number 0817 945 7805. All right, so make sure you call that number to pick up products from at Wellness Africa. All right, so okay, I'm so ginger to introduce our guest on today's show, but then you guys need to follow us on IG at TLIG Review Show, and then at TLIG Africa TV Radio on all social media platforms. And if you want to watch this show right now, just go on our YouTube at TLIG Africa TV, okay? And then if you want to follow me, your girl JK, just go at I Sugar. I'm Sugar at an I_AMSHUGA. So follow me right away because I'm even live on my Instagram account, so you can be watching the show as we go on. All right, before I introduce my guest or tell you guys about today's topic, I'd like to go on a short break. When we come back, I'll let you guys know what we're talking about today. Don't go away. Welcome back from that break. You're still listening to the BRR show, the business relationship and real life show, and it's your girl JK. Okay, today we will be talking about how to create big money with your passion. It's the part 2. We had an amazing time last week with our guest, and today, because of popular demand, we decided to do it again. So we're doing part 2 this time. And let me just introduce to you the amazing people that I have in the building today. We have Dayo Ayeni. This is an amazing man. Mr. Dayo has been making big money from IG and digital marketing. As a matter of fact, Mr. Dayo studied digital marketing from Harvard University. He has consulted and still consulting for top organizations within and outside Nigeria. Can you imagine that? This is going to be amazing, trust me. Okay, and then we have someone very important also in the building today. Her name is Mofolushade Shonaike. I hope I pronounced that properly. All right, good to have you on the show. Yeah. Let me tell you what Mofolushade has been doing. She has been helping mothers thrive, in business without neglecting their motherly and wifely duties. As a matter of fact, she has monetized these concepts and excelling greatly in it. Hello, good to have you guys on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, so really I would like to go straight into the topic, but then I would like to call the number to call to be a part of the show. It is 0810 608 1681 or 0818 202 5883. You can call either of these numbers to be a part of the show. So, Mr. Dayo, tell us, how do I make big money from my passion?
Okay, so,
create big money, huge money.
Yeah, huge money.
Yeah.
Exactly. So sometimes I get tempted to ask what exactly is passion, because a lot of people think something they call passion would really make them help them make money.
Okay.
Largely, you start using your passion to make money after you've made money, really.
Wow.
So that's a cycle. So a lot of people go after passion and then they go broke. So if you don't want to go broke, don't go after passion. You go after the money. You go after discipline, not motivation, because largely motivation and all of those things don't help you become rich. You find the problem, you solve the problem, then you make money. And when you're solving the problem, that is when you discover what the passion is. Because passion is a continuous build. In my own experience and in the field of things, so you find people who go on the street with I've told that line before, we'll talk about how you've discovered your purpose and then you start
exactly
down and you're very broke and you're poor, When you get some more money, you understand that that thing you're doing is really totally different. So what I usually tell people is that find the problem and then solve the problem. But people will tell you to find the problem you're passionate about. So that's a different conversation entirely.
Wow.
So first, in the whole concept of making it big and all of that, if you've read books like Jim Collins' book, a couple of them, they talk about the edge of concepts. It's very simple. You have your economy, you have your passion, and you have your competence. So when you don't have competence and you're trying to pursue passion, you end up becoming very poor.
Wow.
So competence is the primary driver. And then when you find the competence that marries your passion, that's when you can make money.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't understand that there is an economic side to the passion thing that they carry around. So you find people doing stuff that they cannot scale, things that when you ask yourself, will I have more than 10 people that would ask for my service or for what I'm providing, or am I able to support people beyond that level? So those are questions you need to ask before you start doing anything around passion. Because if your passion is not big enough, you cannot change the world. So you'll just be in a silo somewhere and people will be celebrating you as a local champion. But if you want to have a global change, then you have to have a bigger passion that reach more people, change more lives, and create more impact. So let me stop there.
Wow.
Any has poured cold water on people's body.
On people's body, oh. Cold water on my own head. Okay, before I ask Mofolushade anything, I want to know, you said something that your passion is not enough. Is when you mix passion and competence. So how do I mix my passion with competence?
So it's very straightforward.
Okay.
Anything you think you're passionate about, go and have competence around it. So if, for example, I'm passionate about maybe helping young people succeed, maybe unemployment and all of that, I need to now develop capacity, because the first primary thing to get people out of that place where you don't want to be frustrated is first you must have a skill. And if you don't have a skill, you can never earn income, because it's your skill that people pay for actually on the market level. So the whole idea is that find a skill around your passion or an aspect of your passion that can generate income. Then you would start developing every other thing and then leverage the wealth you've built to do every impact in your passion journey. So that's just a simple analogy around it, or a cycle. So when you feel, oh, I'm passionate about keeping Lagos clean, for example, do you have the skill set to either recycle or do something that will help you get Lagos to be clean? Or can you commercialize your skill or your passion? Because a lot of people say, I want to teach people online, I want to do free online courses and all of that. Do you have digital skills that can help you reach 1,000 women or 1,000 men or 1,000 youths at doing that thing you're passionate about? And then they pay you some money for it. And so those are the things you first go and learn, and not how do I get 1,000 people. Because if you jump up, you will come down. But if you grow into it, then you don't go down. So that's the principle of growth, and that's the principle of building and scaling. So I've done several businesses. I've failed. I've lost money. I've done things that they call passion. And I used to be passionate about things like, oh, I want to change the world. I want Nigeria to be on the map everywhere in the world.
Exactly.
Like, discover that if I was not even grounded enough in the country Nigeria, I've not done enough thing in my local place where I'm sure I've done local proof of concept, which is like an MVP model, then I cannot scale this thing. So that is just the whole idea.
Do we have a caller? Okay, we have a caller. Hello. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the BRR show. What's your name? Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from? Okay, we don't know what that caller is saying, but it's okay. It's okay. Mr. Dio was telling us some things about competence and passion. This is amazing. I just heard something new now, and then I'm still wondering, but it's okay. I'm learning so much in these few minutes into the show. All right, Mofolushade, tell us. I know you're very known and well respected for helping moms to thrive in business. It's not an easy thing. As a matter of fact, I've seen a lot of women, not one or two, that they were doing well financially and in business, thriving until they got married. So people have this mentality like, is either you're married or you're doing business as a woman.
Even with your career.
Exactly, career, exactly what I want to say. So you have to choose one. They'll tell you have to, at this point, if you want to marry, you need to calm down so that a man will understand that you're not here to rule him and all that. So how do you help women that are married to thrive in business? How did you make huge money? How do you create huge money?
Oh my God.
From
Interestingly, before we came on, I was telling Mr. Ayeni that we are here to burst people's bubble because, his description on what he said earlier, where I said he poured cold water on our body, I could relate to it because I'm a very passionate person.
Exactly.
I resigned from my full-time employ to start this, right? To start a business then. I failed in many businesses. To start a business then, I thought, oh, this will work. This is it. Yes, I've got it. I can do this. Oh, with motivation. And trust me, I fell flat on my face. I wish
I can only imagine.
Yes, you know what he's saying about building competence, and the fire can only take you so far. You need to have, structure, you need to have capacity, because to be honest, business is not easy. It looks like, especially because of social media, where you see everybody
have the impression like everything is working for other people.
Yeah, and it was from this first experience of the business where I fell flat on my face that the whole helping mothers thrive came, because I'd gotten to a point where it was as if, oh my God, something is wrong with me.
And you were a mother then?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, that was why I left my job in the first place, right?
To be a mom.
Yes, I was a mom, and it wasn't working out. I
Okay.
wasn't balancing I just felt like an absentee mom.
Oh.
And I didn't want that.
Okay. You wanted to be in the life of your kids. Yeah.
I mean, they would write me letters. Oh, come for tea. These days they have all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Come for tea party. I could never go for any of those things. Because who will give you leave for tea? Who will give you leave for?
All the time, back to back.
So I started a business even before I resigned. It was something I considered, and I felt, oh, this is a fantastic idea. I can do it. And people are telling me, chill. Hey, wait, do this. I said, no, I'm done. I'm going to face my children and this thing. So when I left, it was a huge, it was balling for like a year, but like
eventually
you get to a point where you're like, can I scale this? Because really, it's not about just making a few thousands and a few, or even a few millions. Yeah, you really need to make money
and
for
be
you to
there.
sustain. Yes, and be there. Because when you're still working full time, you are earning a salary. So sometimes you may not really gauge how much you really need to sustain yourself. So by the time you're now the business, and it's the business.
I'm telling you, no salary is sure that is coming in at the end of the month.
That's the first shock.
That's the first shock that you get. So the business that you thought it was, everything's working, I'm making it.
It's sure for me.
You can barely even, and then you've hired staff, you have to pay salaries. You don't have the capacity, you don't understand finance. You have to love money to make money. So that's one, because I was passion. Like, no, don't follow the money. Follow this. It's not about money. It's not about money. At
the end of the day, money no show.
There's no business.
So the rule of money is that money does not have emotions.
Exactly.
So money does not have feeling, does not have any of those things. And when I tell people that when you're broke, people don't listen to you. Immediately when you enter the room, they would already know the other.
They will just say like,
Yoruba, they say, oh, no one equal idea. So a lot of people come with all those passionate and all of that. It's good to have passion, especially when people, because nobody will help you when you're starting out.
Yeah.
No,
true. That one is set.
I remember going through, for example, when I was trying to get a job in Lagos, I had 200 CVs. And I was going from office to office, and I distributed my CV.
Wow.
About 14 years ago.
That is a lot.
1 month, I got a bank job.
Wow.
Okay.
I got a bank job, only that I did the job for 3 weeks.
Why did you stop?
It wasn't working for me. They put me in marketing now. When you saw the kind of sweet mouth I gave them. So I can tell you for free that not many people are passionate enough to make money. So when you want to start out your passion, you ask yourself, what I'm doing now, is it a revenue generating activity? Or I'm just doing something that is called activity. So branding, having big office and all of that. Not until this year. Okay, so last year because of all the COVID thing, we went on skeletal work structure, and then we went down with it, everybody was working remotely, and we're almost 80 something people working. and everybody was on high performance. And when I mean very high performance,
Doing excellently well.
exactly. And this year, I just said, let's all come together. Some of them have even left for the UK. They are still even the ones approving salaries from where they are. And you see, the whole idea is that have a structure for the passion they are talking about.
Yes.
Have a way to make sure it works. So I would go inbox and I was reaching 10 people every day for 30 days. It was a challenge for me. At the point when I was learning how to sell, I would go to the police guys at the bus stop, there's this RRS then that would stay at the bus stop. And I would passionately talk to them to see how I can raise money from those guys. That was the day I spoke to them and those guys gave me 3K. And I said, now, I know I can sell to anyone.
For police to give you money.
That is the idea.
Wow.
That means you can sell ice to Eskimos.
Because other things you need to look at when you're selling is that the kind of people you're selling to will determine your revenue.
Absolutely.
And the kind of size of income that you get. So, let me take an example of maybe for people who read the Bible and all of that. When Joseph was translating dreams for people in the prison, the best he can get is maybe a meal. But when he changed the customer he was translating meal for, he gets an opportunity. Translate for that guy, he became a prime minister. So the reward is totally different for every kind of customers you're dealing with. So, for example, I'm doing digital marketing and I ask myself, every day dollar is going up, and then the client say, I don't want to spend more than 1 million, spend more than 2 million. My value and my revenue is dropping also because of that. So we change the business model. Which countries will need my service? So we start talking to other countries that would actually pay me in dollars.
Then the currency makes sense.
And then I'm able to generate revenue from Nigeria. Then you develop all these courses that you do here, and you don't sell to Nigerians because they will only pay you 5K, 10K. Yes, it's good, but that's $20. But if you take it the other way around and you go to a country where they have capacity to pay you, they will pay you $100 for that same
service. Yeah.
So why not advertise to those guys? So what is actually wrong with? Because when I see a white guy come into the room here in Nigeria, everybody is looking at them as if this guy is a miracle worker.
Like angels that fell from
I go the
above.
same way around and I give my service to them, and then they pay me. So just build a stream for the passion that you say you have, and let people from out there pay you. And those are ways you increase your opportunities. And how many streams of income can your passion generate? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself. So if I take a case study like maybe just give me anything I can talk about, maybe agriculture or something. Maybe so talk about moms, stay-at-home moms. So we have a program for stay-at-home moms where we'll teach you all the digital skills and all of that. We'll match you to opportunities in the US and in Canada or in the UK. You see these moms are earning money while or when you have your career gaps. And then you have them who have, they spend 2-3 months at trainings, they can do graphics and all of that. And then while you're in the US, you're getting them to pay you. In Nigeria, the US guys, you get a church who needs graphics every day or every month or every something. You have an agreement of maybe $500 and you're earning from 2 different churches. That's $1,000. That's almost 500,000 plus that you get by the time you do your conversion here. So you think of it from that perspective.
Exactly.
Rather from the angle of I just have.
You need to love money.
Who don't love money? No.
Exactly. I love you back.
Exactly.
You need to love money. Okay. We were talking to Mufolushade before, Dayo took the conversation, but really you've told us something amazing. So quickly tell us how you have come to start earning huge money. Huge money. HOOGE. Huge.
Like I said, good money is from identifying who can pay you.
Who can pay you?
Customers will be able to pay you, who are willing and able. And then also look at your passion and look at the different revenue streams that you can create from that passion. So like I have online courses, I have events. I also have like the non-profit where of course it has to be sustainable. So we get funding
like a charity organization.
So we get funding and I pay myself a salary. As opposed to before when it was passion, you don't need the money, I'm doing it, you overstretch yourself and then you just fall apart. You don't have any.
And that's the end of passion.
That's the end of passion. Right. And actually there are people who are dependent on you succeeding. Right.
Okay.
So you even owe it to them to succeed because you cannot, like you said, that you can't impact people if you yourself you're not okay. Do you understand what I mean? You go to a room, you don't have anything. You're talking about you want to stay at home, mom. We're going to teach her to make generate income.
From home.
Have you generated income
yourself?
What results do you have to show? So if you don't have results to show, nobody's even going to take you serious in the first place. So you have to sit down. I mean, I think it comes to being building the competence, building capacity, looking, identifying the revenue streams, and not being afraid to be bullish. So that's one thing that with the moms, I have had to. Many people are always. I mean, most women were always so timid and so afraid to push boundaries. You're just like, I'm just okay in my little space.
Taking care of my children.
You don't want to, because if you don't, there are some things that if you don't put in place, you can't scale.
Absolutely.
Like for instance, okay, you say you I have a client, one of the entrepreneurs who does who packages organic meals for children and stuff, and she's been doing it, on that small scale for a long time. Saying, oh, she's okay, but I said, look, you have to get your NAFDAC. You have to find ways to make this thing able to stay in a supermarket.
Okay, to preserve it.
Yes, because if the business is all centered around you, such that you can't go on vacation, you cannot. If you're not there, you cannot run. You can't grow. You will burn out, and the day you faint, the business finishes.
Because you can't always be there forever.
You can't always be there. But many times they always, they want to hold on to it. And I also encourage, collaboration amongst the women. So as opposed to just, there's this thing that someone said to me that was very profound, and I always remember that, it's better if you are part of $100 million business than to be the full owner of a $1 million business.
Exactly. Yeah. So partnership is always better.
Be better for all of us. So look for ways to leverage and find synergies so that you can make a bigger pie and everybody's happy. And then you have peace. You have a life. You don't burn out, because also it's about thriving without sacrificing family. So there's also, you have a life to live as well. You don't want to drown yourself and then disappear in it, and then you have nothing to show.
All right. Thank you. We're going to go on a short break and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, guys, welcome from that short break. It's your girl JK. You're still listening to the BRR show, the business, relationship, and real life issues show. We'll be having an amazing time on the show today. I've learned so much in these few minutes. Last week we had an amazing time about talking passion and making huge money, but today it's entirely different. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the show though, but then I still want them to talk about certain things, in few minutes. So, Mr. Dayo, tell us, in 1 minute, just explain, if someone asks you now, how do I create money from my passion? Okay. And that person has 1 minute with you. Huge money.
Okay, so very simple. We all have different kind of passion.
Absolutely.
So you need to first separate yourself from what the people want to do. So you need to go study what they call the blue ocean strategy. That will help you differentiate yourself from the red ocean. That's a strategy where maybe the simplest example I can give, because I'm talking to millions of people.
Exactly. I was going to ask what's the blue ocean.
From the year maybe 99 or so, all those years.
Okay.
When you want to buy milk, you buy Baba Salah, you buy all those big milk. Right?
Okay.
And
True.
Then Cowbell came, and then they started doing the small things, the small sachet that you can buy 10 naira.
Yes.
Sell milk. So you need to understand that. You need to look for something that will differentiate you.
Okay.
Something that will take you.
Have a niche for yourself.
Exactly. It's the same passion we all have, right?
Yeah.
So let's look for something that will differentiate us first.
That will make you stand out.
Now, when you do that, go to the market and test it. Test in different kind of markets. So our reactions will differ from each other. So, for example, I'm passionate about maybe snail market, snail farm and all of that. So, how do I even get it off the market? I will tell the biggest buyer from your restaurants, the individuals, is it the Sunday morning market? I need to test all of that. When I've done a small test and I see what is working,
which one works for you,
and then from there I can scale. Else, if you decide to jump at it, you will get into trouble. So the other side to it is that what is the limit? Because I usually ask everybody that comes around me, go and design a strategic life plan first
Okay.
before you start doing other things.
Absolutely.
When you have a picture of what I want to become long term, do I want to just play local? Do I want to just be in my environment, scale, state, or foreign? Because where do I make my biggest money from? Do I want to make money with this thing? Or I just want to impact life? Same way, you have people, there's a common saying, if I say it here now, we all know what it is. When I say maybe what God cannot do doesn't exist. Somebody started with that.
Yes.
40 million listeners on. So what is it and you don't necessarily have to have a big, it doesn't have branches everywhere. It's almost everywhere globally. And then look at the review that CNN did on one of these guys that does this midnight praise and worship thing. And CNN took it up because they've never seen 40 million people gathered at night. I mean, 40,000 people at that time. But people have scaled that because somebody had to start it. So
basically carve a niche for yourself.
Have a niche and then scale.
Okay, thank you. So Mofolo Shade, your final words, listeners.
Yes. So for me,
If you want to make huge money from your passion.
Passion is good, but passion is not enough. You
Okay.
need to build competence. You need to tell yourself the truth, right? Not all passion is monetizable. If you understand what I mean, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, so you have to tell yourself the truth. Look at it. Is this passion something that I can monetize?
First
If
off,
not, I mean, you can do your passion and you're making your money from
something else. Yeah.
something else, and you're using it to run the impact,
Something to fund your passion
something
with.
to fund your passion. So you need to understand that. Can this passion be monetized? If yes, where do I focus on and what revenue streams can I build from it? If it cannot be monetized in that way, then please tell yourself the truth and just do NGO. Then look for something
Quietly.
to fund your NGO.
Thank you very much. It's been amazing talking to you guys. Thank you guys for listening to the BRR show today. It's your girl JK. So same time next week, join us every Tuesday by 5 p.m. on 97.7 Metro FM. I'm going to say bye for now. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Stay out of trouble. So my guests, please tell bye-bye to the
Thank
people.
you. Bye. Thank you for listening.
So live.